fascism. Go forth in the name of one of the finest prime minister Jamaica has ever seen, Comrade Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller. And we are going to go forth in the name. He never make it to Prime Minister, but he was a leader of the People's National Party, Comrade Peter David Philip. And now we are going to go from dusk till dawn, door to door, lane to lane, street to street, house to house, with Comrade Mark Jefferson Golden, the next Prime Minister of this great country of Jamaica. And I say to you, my comrade, see the signal waving in the sky, reinforcement, victory is here. All my life we have been faithful. One love, one aim, one destiny, one destination. God bless you. American people are better. Coming like stormy weather. Sisters are turning on them gear. We can tell me how we can do it together. When we look at the future of precipice we see, Jamaica needs the vision of the beginning. People said the bag of promises them can't carry go shop. Nothing can ring it in me. I wonder when it does not stop the press.
Bounce me low. Me see a car driving a while ago, it looked familiar. Me see a shuttle driving a while ago, it looked familiar. Me don't know why we see so much starlight. Oh, we see so much glitter. Oh, we see so much excitement. Somebody welcome Starboy! Stress the boss legs them to them, make them rest up. Now, see, I'm when if I walk into the other campaign, so I don't want to stress them too much. Turn it up! Bounce with them. I see some familiar faces, me I wonder what going. I'm Murray Weber, then? Murray Weber. What them know about you when you run PMP? When you done at headquarters and take care of it like when we had a little picnic. I see a little brother beside him, I don't recognize him, you know. I can't feel that, I can't foreign feel that. My friend them fly down for come run the campaign. What up? I'm glad for see my comrades there. My comrades them check in. Colin Campbell, remember when he used to run secretariat and everything nice and happy? Oh Lord. Look how PMP River does come down. You remember Scotty? And I come from you. Scotty, you know where I come from. You know, from your PMP look so, you know so we don't Scotty. You've been here long enough. From PMP, you know where to go. The cannot lose. I promise you. So at this time, I want to welcome a comrade on stage. When you hear me call talk about him a while ago. Alright, I want to make sure somebody next presenter, alright, so I want to give him a time. Let go find him, son. Give him back the Starboy, because you know the boss is here.
You see I'm gonna get him a time. Yeah, I'm moving on this task. My youth of course, I can't spend every day. Spend every day.
my cousin Dwight Moore.
But me not star, but the girl them a star, boy.
Big brother of my cousin Angela. Andrea Moore, recently deceased.
Boy, girl, so
Big up the whole Moore family.
some boy, girl, use
I'm a cousin, them everything alright.
star, boy. Let me see them a star, boy. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. You want it, you really get nice. No time to make the right choice if you want it. You really get nice. No time to make the right choice. No is the time, no is the power. Choose the people, people power. No is the time, no is the power. Choose the people, people power. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing.
Big up all of the proud fathers in the building. Everybody who knows that there's a proud father figure in your life. Ladies, I could have your husband, I could have your baby father. Look at a proud father. And they told us yesterday. They told us yesterday that Father, comrade, Stacy Knight, not feeling well. So we tell him, say, no man, it's alright, you don't have to turn up. We are saying that we are feeling well, don't turn up, and him still here. Him have a supportive daughter. Hear what? So we respect you, Star Boy. Recently got an injury.
Tell them. Real blood clot TNT place. No labor right round here.
Time come. What was that? Time come. We're tired of you. We're sick and tired. Time come.
Oh man, you mash up the thing.
You can buy your friends.
You mash up the thing.
We said we can buy all your phone. Time come.
Eh?
I'm not letting people in. Time come. Tired of brothers. Time come. Let them in when the party is at the park. Come out and work. Come out and work. Let's start the people there. Let's start the people there. Let's start the
Are you feeling good tonight? That's why I tell you, when I drive up this evening and I see the place, I say yes, this good life. And I hear the comrade chairman say to me again, okay, we listen to the thing with like this. Comrades, the picture start from last week because them claims say them want to make Portmore into a 15 parish. And look here, they were told that it can't go like that. But because them things are them big
and powerful and them better than everybody and them can use their might because them have 49 people in the house. But they must not remember that is only 21% of the voting population that gave them that 49 because they are still a minority government leading this country right now. Comrades, when they went to court, the judge said pause and wait because there's no problem if the people want a 15 parish, but we must make sure that the boundaries are correct, that the boundaries are sorted out. So comrades, the PNP win round one. The PNP win round one, comrades. So we need to celebrate because we told them, and Andrew Holness not tired to lose constitutional court case. Every time him face a constitutional case, him lose it. Him lose it. Comrades, I'm saying last year, the 26th of February, we campaigned hard throughout St. Catherine. We campaigned hard. Andrew come to St. Catherine in the last week and a half, 7 times, comrades. And him go to Portmore 6 times in 5 days. And yet still, we beat him. And the only thing he can do is say he want to make Portmore into a parish. Because him think when him do that, comrades, him can get St. Catherine Municipal Corporation and him get rid of the mayor over Portmore and him can have things in one way. But the judge tell him, say, wait, and also it go. So comrades, I am here this evening to support a young lady by whom I am pleased because her father is a stalwart. Her father have legacy in a St. Catherine whole heap. So I want to tell the citizens of Northeast St. Andrew, don't worry, because she's coming from good stock. She's coming from stock that has proven that they are a performer. And it, look here, if fish come from sea bottom and tell us a shark down there, believe them. Cdt. Knight is a performer. And so we expect that Stacy will also be a performer. So I want to commend her to the citizens of Northeast. I want to tell the citizens of Northeast that they are getting a good person. Comrades, I have one more thing to talk about. She's here. Where is she? Comrades, I want to welcome the candidate.
Welcome the next member of Parliament! But you don't move up, I have something to talk about. Welcome the next member of Parliament! Let's out through the crowd! Let's out through!
Yes, comrades. Comrades, the next member of parliament, the next member of parliament for North East St. Andrew. Comrades, I tell you already, she come from good stock. She come from a man who is a proven performer. And so we expect her to be a good member of parliament. A member of parliament who is going to be MP for all the citizens of the constituency, not for some. Like our son is for some. So comrades, I say I want to talk to you about something. I know that the spokesman for health is here, but I have to call him one day in the week. Because comrades, in my constituency, I had to visit at least 5 dead yards. And tell you something, comrades, all of those persons are persons, young people, 40s. And comrades, I have to wonder what is happening in the health system. One of them, comrades, died from kidney failure. And you know something? When they went to the hospital said them don't know what to do them. The other one, she went to the hospital twice because she had a stroke. So comrades, something is radically wrong with the health system. And so, comrades, one person the other day, I hear, met in an accident. And when they went to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, comrades, the IC not working. But yet still, comrades, the government is giving away money. They're giving away $20,000. Nothing wrong with that. But the fact is, comrades, we have a country where if something wrong with you and you go to the hospital, Lord, dog, nyam your supper. When the IC now work, something else now work. Or them now have nothing to help you. And I'm saying, comrades, the time comes when we must have a government led by Mark Jefferson Golden. And we're going to have a Minister of Health, Dr. Dawes. When you go to the hospital, you will be taken care of. Comrades, time comes. And that is why, comrades, we must make sure that Stacy Knight is your next member of parliament so that Mark Jefferson Golden will be the next Prime Minister. Comrades, one love, one heart.
We have a flag on the man, because every little thing will be alright.
Don't worry about a thing.
I see a gentleman and stand up and look on the stage like him is a normal supporter. But I hear about the man we have fight for poor people money in a bank. The man we have fight to make sure that them not chop off piece of PMP property, aka Portmore, and thief it. Our good comrade Fitz Jackson just stand up and look for us. Hey! Calm down. Nobody can tell me about that gentleman you are coming. Connection boss, aka Mr. Cell Phone, Mr. Fiber Optics, Mr. Make sure that Jamaica fix up. Comrade Philip Palwell. Not stress me out. Not stress me out.
Hey man, higher than high man. Some higher than close in my float. First me no pose me. No in a mind.
Welcome, comrades.
What's that now? Them no in a mind. No in a mind.
I'm moving on. No, I lie you thing. Lie you thing. Him not here. Me have a scene first. Me have a scene in a real life. You see him there, cause them thing you don't know, man. Somebody tell me, say, PNP chairman for life is here. We don't know who names up. Anybody know who name PNP chairman for life? Alright, let me see the tell you, because I want to take a life I have to big up my MP in waiting. Everybody who know me well knows say I was at Redhill's Division. And the lady that's fixing up Redhill's Division and the constituency of West Rural St. Andrews is here. So, Comrade John Godwell, where the people them see, and your time for talk them, let them see. Let them see. I see our next comrade that look probably like it's a normal comrade. Farmer, minister of local government, and councillor from over Portmore, and MP from over Portmore. I live already now, so I'm afraid. Turn it big! Hand! Comrade neighbor. Good neighbor. Good neighbor. What I want you to recognize is this. Calm down. You see when you see the show of strength and power, and no question about it, you will get the support you need to win this constituency. Because we ensure that Stacy Knight is our next member of parliament. Make some noise for you. You're a member of parliament. So, as you realize, everybody reach out. So the speech them have a little faster. And some quick bless up and welcome and big up we're going to do now, because we are fast track now. So at this time, we have a comrade that made the trek from St. Catherine. He's currently a councillor, soon to be a member of parliament. And we make sure so we're going to give him the love and respect. Welcome, representing Southwest St. Catherine, Comrade Kurt Wall.
Rise to the okay when you got yourself and say it now. No against that. Rise to the occasion. Go ahead, you know the
Comrade Chairman, I whole heap of time I tell you I left off the doctor off of my name. Now you're a friend, but Dr. Kurt Wall. Alright, boss? Anyway, big up to the comrades on the platform. You know, so me have to bless up my mayor, Scotty especially. Me have to bless up the star boy. So big up all comrades from North East St. Andrew. Well, I'm glad to be here. Long time I don't come to our Uptown Conference. Uptown Conference, nice. Comrades, you know, we are here for one reason. And that one special reason is for Comrade Stacy Knight. I can tell you, her father, him not left Southwest St. Catherine. Anytime we call on the star boy, him dead. And he not just come and talk and go. When him done, we carry him down a whole of a beer, we eat 2 fried fish, we play some domino with lime, and we have a good time. So when Comrade Knight called me, Stacy Knight, and said, Comrade Wall, we want you to be a part of this conference. I drop everything I have. You know, says that Southwest St. Catherine is a very tough seat. I have to put in the word down there. We have to be on the ground constantly. But when Stacy Knight called me, I drop everything and I come. Because I know that she is vying a seat that is very, very tough also. And because of that, I big her up. You have a lot of work ahead of you, comrade, but I know you can do it. Comrades, I just want to touch on a little baby thing tonight. And that little thing is how these people from the Jamaica Labour Party trying to disparage our good comrade leader, the man with the clean hands and heart. I know he's a man of humility, you know, and he may not want to talk out for himself all the while, but I'm going to do it for him tonight. I hear the other day, one thing I want to escape, the Sigma run. First them come on and tell lies, them walk halfway and go home. Lie. See Otis there, you ask him if the comrade leader ever finished the race and finish in good time. I hear them talking about the comrade leader was responsible for the meltdown of the financial sector in the 90s. Lie. Them all tell lie, say him was a part of the solution, which was FinSac. While that time the comrade leader was in the private sector and doing thing, he was struggling like everybody else. And him doing thing good and him come out on top. Meanwhile, you have a man, the Prime Minister, Andrew Wallace. This man, I'm not going to tell any lie on him now. I'm not trying to disparage him. I just talking the truth. I know for a fact that when that man left university, he gave 2 years of his time to do volunteer work for Edward Siaga. When I left university, no man couldn't come tell me to do no volunteer work. By then time, I tired feed mackerel and bully beef. I said, a time for me some steak now and all them things. So no man couldn't get me to that. Andrew Wallace him leave and him go to 2 years volunteer service. After that him leave and him go right into politics. And then him win the seat and the rest is history. So all we know, everything Andrew Wallace has accomplished, and I'm not saying that him take anything, but all that he has accomplished was whilst he was in politics. Every single thing. And that is the truth. Meanwhile, our comrade leader is a man who built himself from the ground up. Built himself from the ground up. Became a wealthy man. Yes, nothing wrong with that if you do it legally. And then him come back and him say, want to give something back to the people of Jamaica. And he want to do it through politics. Who would you trust more to angle rent money? The man who get wealthy whilst in politics, or the man who pull up himself by his own bootstraps outside of politics and make good of himself? Who you want to trust with the rent money, people? Well, it's an obvious answer. Comrades, let me tell you something. The PMP was built on big ideas. Not only did we come with big ideas, but we were good at executing these ideas. When they talk about Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller, she came up with that every child below the age of 18 would be able to go to the hospital and get health care for free. And she proposed that and she executed it properly, and because of that the PMP were successful. Comrades, I have one more big ticket item I want to mention that I want everyone of you to go out there and push to the people. All of us here were surrogates of Comrade Mark Joseph Golden. And we need to go there and we need to push the ideas. This idea with them come with that we will have 1 degree in every household is a big ticket item. And comrades, I want you to go there, I want you to walk the highways and the byways. And everybody you see, you tell them that. And this is not a promise, this is a commitment from a man who show us how he can do it. Them push him and say him couldn't prove him can do it. Them say now cost $1.5 trillion. And we prove that this thing is attainable, comrades. Right now I feel like Jamaica is on the verge, moving the same direction where countries like Singapore moved towards back in those days. Comrades, on that note, I want to say thank you very much for your listening here. Big up to everybody from Northeast St. Andrew. Big up production one. When the roll is down at the end. Alright, when the roll is called up, you know the roll name election day. When you count the polling votes day. Oh, well on, Trisha. So everybody there. Welcome, Women's Movement boss. Ladies and gentlemen, the next MP for Eastern St. Andrew. But before we bring on the next MP for Eastern St. Andrew, we're going to bring on the former MP, the last good MP. The last good MP for Eastern St. Andrew. Welcome your neighbor and your friend, Comrade Andrea Hilton.
You live the life you love. You love the life you live. Never thinking about the
Comrades of Northeast, Comrades of Northeast, big up yourself. One big up all the comrades on the platform. But in particular, I want to big up Stacy Knight and Bobby Pickers-Gill. Look here. You have to give them a comrade a credit. This body has been a little problem, but the head is still strong. We are not bell politicians, we are head politicians. So although them body have give them a little trouble now, them heart and them head is in the right place. And let me tell you some comments, I see when older people support you. We just lose my mother a couple months ago, and I really appreciate older people. You see when old people bless you up, right now there's nobody can turn back the People's National Party because every airline at Jamaica said, forward Mark Golding, forward Stacy Knight, forward PNP. It's a blessing. And right now the youth them just a fall in line and just a follow back a PNP because they realize after them check the facts, Comrade Stacy Knight, that the laborites are telling a lot of lies. But here I just want to say something to you. I'm the outreach chairman for the PNP right now. And outreach is not a national thing, it's a constituency thing. And Mrs. Stacy have enough outreach activity. She'll bring in Una Clark to come join her here tonight. What is outreach? Outreach is about bringing the people to the PNP and bringing the PNP to the people. You hear me as a comrades? So let me see the hands of all the strong comrades in here tonight. All the strong comrades. Comrade Floyd Morris, me and meeting there and people them say, we don't need to go talk to the PNP then. Because the PNP is strong already. And that PNP you need to go talk to. If every single one of us in here this evening decide, when we leave here, we have a conversation with someone else who never voted the last time, or who not voted since 2002, and say, look here, comrade, who wanted to come out. Let me tell you something, comrades. We don't have a PNP problem, you know. We have a turning up on election day problem. So it is important that every single one of you here this evening convince every single PNP to come out election day and vote for the People's National Party. Stacy Knight as the next MP and Mark Golding as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Let's rescue Jamaica. Let's fix the liberals once and for all. One love, comrades, one heart. And as I hear my comrade from Eastern, Andrea Hilton, I have to also big up comrade on stage, Anthony Hilton, just making his way. Make some noise for him, man. East and Western. Western St. Andrew boss. Not care what them try. No shift, no change. Solid. So at this time, we're going to go for one of the young fire starter them. I don't know if we're ready. I don't know if we're ready for a young fire. It's still a young fire starter, but another one, not Kelly this time. Is a young man who from him start talk about Jamaica health system. Every day them want to sue him. Every day them want to say a lie. And no matter what them come with, improve it and see they are true. Him say the hospital level now run right and them say no lie. And him come and say see they are true. So I want to know, bring him in to this kind of situation with the love and respect we deserve. He's about to be a first-time member of Parliament, Comrade Dr. Alfred Dar.
and we gotta wait forever. South Spring, we not coming away.
Comrade Chairman, distinguished comrades on the platform, in the audience, everyone, good evening. I'm going to talk about health. I get in there, but I have some things I need to get off of my chest first. First things first, them call this Barbican Square after tonight in Challenge before it's been known as Red Square. Because I see a river PNP come down from Pan to Pan to Pan. Well, comrades across Jamaica, I feel the energy, I feel the vibe, and I am happy to know that the comrades are united and ready to take it to them. Because time come, comrade. Comrades, we are faced with a unique election, and I put it to you that this election is an election of money versus love. Because they're coming with a bag of money, and all we got is love. Already in my constituency, they are telling people that they have $50,000 for them if they can carry the household. I can't match that. Stacy can't match that. Most of the comrades running cannot match that. So we have to get the people out to vote because of love. The love for the party, the love for the country, the love for the philosophy of the People's National Party. And we need Jamaicans to understand why it is that this is called PNP country and why the natural state of Jamaica is with the People's National Party. And we have to remind them of the history of this country. I see them trying to rewrite history. A 5-hour speech the other day, and half of it is trying to revise history. But they only take their history and talk about Finsac. But comrades, we are going back to the beginning, when the People's National Party was formed at War Theatre, when even Bustamante was on stage before him jumped ship with a deal. That time the PNP was formed as a class alliance. For the first time, the middle class and the working class and the upper class were united because they realized that all people equal, but some need a little bit more help than the others. And there's a mass of people that we have to look out for. And that is what everybody understood. And that is why that love for people became the backbone of the People's National Party. It is why when we hear them talk about they will not give Bob Marley national hero, we understand because Bob Marley is a comrade. And it's not just a regular comrade. Bob Marley was campaigning with the bandwagon with Michael Manley, so they will never give a man a national hero award when he was campaigning against their brutality and oppression. And when we were giving Rastas hope, no Rasta man could be calling himself a labor right because they remember Coral Gardens. When the order was given, bringing all Rastas dead or alive. We remember that. They would love for it to be erased from history. We remember them talking about growth in the 60s, yet that growth was only for the plantocracy. They talk about growth in the 60s, we talk about dignity in the 70s. When men were no longer bastards, when we had maternity leave for women, when we had equal pay for women, when black people could work as teller in banks for the first time. That is what the People's National Party fought for. That is why you have a middle class existing from that time till now, who's a straight comrade, and they can't change.
Because the opportunity they got was through the People's National Party, and that is why they love the PNP. We hear them trying to rewrite the 80s talk about the miracle. What miracle? When Jamaica's GDP was higher than it was when Holness left office. When the net international reserve was negative 800 million. That is what the PNP had to correct in the 90s. After that Siaga government was the second most foreign aid was given to that government only after Israel, and we had nothing to show for it. We remember the 90s when infrastructure developed, when we finally get more than one TV station, more than one radio station. When cable TV are never just rich people, when deportees mean care, not people that come from foreign. We also remember, even though they claim to be masters of economy, that in 2011, when Andrew Holness was Prime Minister, Jamaica was on the verge of bankruptcy. And we could not face the IMF because we were taking their money and not their tests. At a time when Ardley Shaw refused to meet with them, same people come and talking about, oh, we passing tests and failing, passing IMF tests and failing the people's tests. That was the basis on which this economic foundation was built. And it was through the sacrifice of the People's National Party, through austerity. So when they talk, comrades, and try to rewrite history, we have to remind people that Jamaicans love PNP because we put people first. And it takes us to where we are now. When I say why this election is an election of love versus money. Because the money that they are spending is not hard-earned money. It's not money where somebody with a 9-to-5 job going to take up and just throw away stuff. It's not any money that anybody who have a business and know what it means to have more money at the end of the month, but also what it means to have more month at the end of the money. To sacrifice, that is not money that is legitimately earned. That is thieving money. And that is what they're coming to buy the election with. But we, comrades, must have a singular message. When you're in a hole, the first thing to do to get out of that hole is to stop digging. And the Labour Party, them digging some hell of a holes. They're digging a hole that is undermining democracy, trying to create a parish where none was asked for, and to cut off pieces of constituency and deny people their right to vote. They are digging a hole where the health sector is in ruins. Where we talk about Cornwall, in due time you will hear how KPH is falling apart, comrades, but that is for another time. Comrades, we need to remind them that this is a party that sacrificed people's lives by calling an election during COVID. In August 26, 2020, I wrote an article begging them postpone the election because it's going to cause a spike. And they called the election knowing full well that COVID was getting out of hand. And the day after the election, they called the election the Thursday, they win. And on the Friday, the minister came and said that, hey, Jamaica, COVID is getting out of hand. We're going to lock down on Monday. By that time, 3,000 Jamaicans had contracted COVID because of the election. And 30 were dead. But they did that just so they could stay in power. And we're not going to allow this. We are fighting for the people who we love. We're fighting for the people who love us. And we're fighting for our children. So comrades, Stacy needs your support. I am here to support her. All the candidates need you to get out and knock on every door, walk through every street, every Because we have to take it back and we have to save Jamaica. Because we're tired of the labor pains. We need deliverance, comrades. We're going to beat them with one word, and the word is love. Thank you. At this time, I look on the stage and the stage is exciting. We don't know whether it's a different stage, we need another stage. We need some more stage. Because I see some comrades passing through. Before I go anywhere, I have to big up a local talent. We have to start right at home. I want who no make welcome, make you see them, make them stand up out front so you recognize them. Our two council candidates, Laurel Barnaby and Tamika Michael. Walk out with the people and say good. Laurel Barnaby, want to know. Representing Bhutan. You say Barbican and me yard and me place me there, me couldn't know the right so. You Buchanan, big up yourself and welcome as usual. Former member of parliament, Southwest Century's election. Now is the power to be for. Let's go for it. Now is the power to be on. Ryan Campbell, let them see a lion. Step out, let them see him. Also, a comrade from West Central St. Catherine, Loxley Francis. Let them see you, Loxley. Let them see you and that you're welcome. How would that well? How would that brother them? I don't want to know broken man enough. Somebody say price is right. Real man's price. One of the greatest speakers Jamaica's ever seen. Brilliance. Former and soon to be once again member of parliament. I also see the most lovely from Central St. Catherine. Ramona Lewis, walk out, let them see a good. Let them see a good Ramona. I know I can't reach so far. I look around a while ago and see somebody and I get nervous-ish because I don't want him vex with me. But you can make a welcome to one of the strongest super police you ever see. A man will go around and fix community after community. And right now I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to say fix Jamaica. Comrade, them people waiting for Central. Kingston, Steve McGregor. Professor, everything all right? Anything look good? Barclay, anything look good? Red Square, anything look good? Right now we are going to bring on a comrade who has been one of the greatest stalwarts we have seen in this generation. Constantly working. Well, I'm sorry, we don't speak, remember what I'm comrade. Arnold Brown. Make some nice and welcome Arnold LeBron with the people I'm seeing good no man. Member of parliament man. Arnold LeBron. them too much, I'm a friend. So let me get back to the agenda. So there's a certain comrade that every time him speak is trouble in the Senate. He has been representing for many years now in the Senate. He has represented on the international level for this Jamaica land we love. And today we welcome him and welcome him to the podium. I'm talking about none other than the soon-to-be Minister of Housing, the Senator Floyd Murray.
You know, like some little people don't know respect. As a matter of fact, I'm so hard and for the elders, but you see the elders then? You see the elders then? Tell them, sir, watch it. One of those who don't go to the elders who don't hold. One of them tell you respect the elder entertainer. One of them who don't
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Candidate, Comrade Warriors and Comrade Foot Soldiers of the People's National Party, the word is love. Comrades, I'm traveling from my home in Mona, in Eastern St. Andrew. Travel through Ligani and come into Barbican. And when I come into Barbican Square, and I come on the platform, and I look to the east, and I look to the west, I look to the north, I look to the south, and PNP River come down bank to bank, comrade. And I'm sending a warning and a signal to Delroy Truck. I'm telling him that the knight in shining armor is here to take over Northeast Andrew and to give good representation once and for all, comrades. Comrades, I am here because anywhere you have not switched PNP and can't switch PNP, Floyd Morris has to turn up. And I know that Stacy Knight, my church sister, is a nah switch and can't switch PNP because she come from a fine stock of PNP family. And she have my full support, and my full backing, and my full endorsement. But I tell you, comrades, when we come to the People's National Party meeting, we have to talk some truths, and we have to talk the truth and nothing but the stinking truth. And I come to talk the stinking truth tonight because I hear the labor rights going around and they're trying to rehash all manner of things that happened in the past and talking about FinSAC in the 1990s. And I say, one, they must never forget that there was a man who owed money to the banks that collapsed and came on radio and said that him forget it. And during that time, the stinking truth is that this Prime Minister was working with that man. And I want to know the stinking truth. If the current Prime Minister did advise that man at that time, if him did remember, same have the loan to repay to the bank. And the stinking truth, comrades, is that I sat overseas and I listened to the budget debate. And I listened to what the Prime Minister had to say about housing. And when we listened to what he had to say in comparison to what our leader had to say about housing in Jamaica, it is like chalk to cheese, comrades.
Because, comrades, there is a serious problem in Jamaica with housing. The average Jamaican for the past 9 years have not been able to purchase an affordable home. The current demand is for over 191,000 houses across this country. And what the wholeness-led government has been doing for the past 9 years is to focus on the higher end of the income market for housing. And that is why they take your money and build houses that cost $28 million and $38 million because they're not cater for the low income housing. And Mark Golding said to me and my team that you have to come up with a solution to make sure that we provide affordable housing for Jamaican people. And that is why the comrade leader came to Parliament the other day and said in order for us to provide housing at an affordable cost to our people, we are going to make sure that when we build the houses, 50,000 houses over the next 5 years, we are going to make sure that the land portion for the housing cost is not included in the final payment for NHT contributors. That is going to see a significant reduction in the cost of housing in Jamaica. Between $2.5 to $3 million at minimum will be reduced of the price of housing. That is transformation at its best by Mark Jefferson Golding. And comrades, I go all over the country and I see and hear young people say, Comrade Morris, we can't get to buy a house because we don't have the deposit to pay for the house. And Mark Golding, based on his brilliance, come to the Parliament and say, when the People's National Party come into power, we are going to set up a special facility at the NHT where young people can get grants to pay the deposit, to pay down for them house, and we're going to make young people own house in Jamaica as they never did before, comrades. And comrades, Mark go to Parliament and him tell them, say, under his leadership, him going to roll out the program for the orderly renewal and transformation of infrastructure in all areas, the Porsche initiative, comrades. And I tell you, with that initiative, we are going to make sure we complete all of those Operation Pride schemes that this Labour Party government has turned the back of their eyes to that development across the country. And we're gonna make sure that we take them up back because we want to make sure that our people live in dignity. And that is what the People's National Party is about. And so the Porsche is going to come and fix the other 47 Operation Pride initiatives that have been neglected by the Wholeness Administration. And we're going to tear down the fences. We're going to build sidewalks for disabled people. And I say to you, comrades of Sandy Park, the Porsche is coming. Comrades of Grants Pen, the Porsche is coming. Comrades of Standpipe, the Porsche is coming. Comrades of Chambers Lane, the Porsche is coming. Vote for Mark Golding, vote for Stacy Knight, and Porsche and the People's National Party under Mark Jefferson.
Status for Golden will take care of you. One love, comrade. God bless you.
Make some noise for the senator.
Has come. New direction. Mark Golden. Good vibes that is holding. Yeah.
I want to reach a song there. I want to bust that down there, sir. I want to reach a song there. It's all like the boss reach.
Mark Golden. Yeah.
We don't have to tell me what I'm going because I see the lovely Natalie Nita Garvey and Mr. Garvey walking in. We don't see so much excitement, man. I wonder if our next Prime Minister there or so. I even said to tell me, say, even there, the boss there, let him go. What are we up here? This is nice again.
Lover's time.
This is such an amazing energy. I saw PMP feel when we win. We tell you already. Comrade Kurt Matthews. Welcome. Hola. Look how PMP business feel good. Hey. How are your bunks below now? Because if I follow you up here, party, brother. So stop it. Welcome, party leader and next Prime Minister. The last year when Andrew Swaby have him conference, I tell him, say the next conference, I'm going to present him as the mayor. And me tell you, last general conference, the next one, they could present you as a Prime Minister. And St. Thomas will come from here. Everything all right. We up in our one part, we in our one place. Yeah, man. All right. We know about Eastern up in the hill part. So, there are some comrades I need to big up as well because just say who comrades them come in and we show them the respect because them make a whole heap of meeting I keep. Meeting at St. James, Hanover, Manchester, but a lot of comrades decided that they have to be here tonight. I just want to give them some love and respect. Ryan Simpson, never call him right. Ryan Simpson, big up yourself. Welcome him, man. Make some noise for Ryan. Northeast Central. I'm working with a certain candidate because I see the winnings. I see the winnings. Ethnic Simpson Miller, stand up, make the people them see you good. I soon talk about you. At this time, I'd like to bring up a lady who has been representing the women's movement in an amazing way. And at this time, she's preparing herself for parliament. She buying up our parliament suit them. She had our parliament shoes them for Sheen already. Because she's the next member of parliament for Eastern St. Andrew, Patricia Duncan Sutherland.
Comrades, we are rooted and grounded in the People's National Party. What you say? Comrades, we are rooted and grounded in the principles of equality and social justice. Are we so win? Comrades, what we say? Are we say? Are we say? Comrades, I'm rooted and grounded in the PNP. Not because my father was a stalwart in the People's National Party, but because he told me why he was a stalwart in the People's National Party. And when I walk through this country and I see the impact of the policies of the People's National Party, I know I have no choice but to be rooted and grounded in the People's National Party. And comrades, I'm standing on this stage tonight as the president of the PNP Women's Movement. And I'm standing here proud because tonight I'm at the presentation of a young female candidate rooted and grounded in the People's National Party. Comrade Stacy Knight, big up yourself! One Stacy we say. Comrades, it's right with night. You're coming again, come again. One more slogan. Time come. It's right with night. Time come. There we go. Comrades, you know, I want to acknowledge on the stage some other people that cause us to be rooted and grounded in the People's National Party. Comrade Bobby Pickers-Gill, Comrade Katie Knight, and my stepmother, who caused me to be rooted and grounded in the PNP Women's Movement, Comrade Beverly Anderson Manley. Yes, comrades. And then we have people like Comrade Una Clark. Yes, who has led the way and shown us how to do it bigly. Over the years. And we now go through everybody on the stage, you know, because rooted and grounded is on the stage. That is right. Exactly so. But we have to big up our party leader, Mark Jefferson Goldie. You know, Mark never grew up in the party, but Mark grew up as a core principle of equality and social justice, running his life, running his household, running his father's life. So it was a simple matter for us to choose him and him to choose us as the leader of the People's National Party. And that is the right choice. So comrades, you know, I don't know if plenty of them on TikTok as much as me, they're on TikTok. I like the TikTok still. But I just want Comrade Fitzjackson to join me in sending a message to Andrew Holness. And this message goes like this. If you didn't know what you are doing, you wouldn't do what you are doing. Because you shouldn't do what you are doing. Yes, time to call the election. Comrades, I was on campus the other day and I talking to a group of university students. And some of them still could not understand the difference between the PNP and the JLP. So I have to help them go through and understand. Because you see, we are about equality and social justice. And we are about building a bigger middle class. And which is why we are helping them with their students' loan, which is why we are saying to them, young people must be able to own a home, like Comrade Floyd told you. And then on top of that, what we are doing is that we know in the context of social transformation, we are going to hold their hands through it. And we are going to make sure our families are strong and build our families. So we will assign social workers to work with families. And we will work on eliminating crime, not by policemen killing off young men, but by building up the communities and giving them options and making sure they have a good reason to make a different choice because we care. So we will support programs like Project Star. We will support programs like PMI. And we know that with Comrade Steve McGregor on our team, we know that we can do policing in the right way and get young people to do the right thing because we know where we are doing and we're not afraid. So comrades, I am here to say that we are ready. Eastern St. Andrew, are you ready? Northeast St. Andrew, are you ready? The women of the People's National Party, are you ready? Comrades, I am ready to support my friend, Comrade Stacy Knight, as the next member of Parliament for Northeast St. Andrew. And I'm looking forward for us to walk down Duke Street with our comrade leaders, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Time come for Mark Jefferson Goldie. Family! I want to shake the comrade on, shake the comrade on. Look for the comrade beside you and shake them on. Family! And we say family. Calm down. I like that. You know, I'm looking at the crowd a while ago and I see a familiar face. I said, well, me know that lady they're from. Me know that lady they face. And me do some research and the people them tell me, say, Otis, you don't know who that? That is the last comrade to win the election in this amazing constituency. Shine some light on her there, please. Carleen Carlu Robertson, look on her. Nice, clean comrade. Good comrade. Pretty comrade. You know, so I show you all the things serious. Everything lock up and grill up.
And from one pretty comrade to a next pretty comrade, as solid as a rock comrade where nobody cannot change. I call her the songbird of the People's National Party and Parliament. Welcome, Member of Parliament in charge of local government, Natalie, comrade, Garvey. I think I want to pass. Look for the pretty comrade. Former councillor, many times MP. Look for her. Chairman, comrade party leader, and for certain the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, comrade Mark Jefferson Golding. Comrade, former MPs, former ministers of government, stalwarts, comrade Stacy Knight, the sheriff, and comrade nobody does it better than Bobby. Comrade colleague MPs and MPs in waiting. Comrade sister Una Clark is in the house. Big deal. Comrade Beverly Anderson Manley, the people who taught us the way and paved the way for us women in politics, we salute you. Comrade councillors, your worship the mayor of Kingston, your worship the mayor of Spanish Town, who will be next MP down at St. Elizabeth when the roll is called up yonder. And the first me ever see them sitting in this constituency here. So me have to big up everyone who know for day in here. Because me never know it could have happened down here. So PMP River come down bank to bank. Comrades, I have had the privilege to serve this People's National Party for quite a little while. I served 9 years as a councillor, and I was recruited from one constituency to come over to another constituency, which was then called East Central St. Catherine. And that man over that constituency said to me, come over to Macedonia. We have work for you in the vineyard. And I went over to Macedonia, and him trained me, and him prepared me, and him grew me, and he did 18 straight years of service to the People's National Party in that constituency. 4 terms. And that man left a legacy in that constituency
that I have vowed to carry on for as long as I am there. So me do my 4th term now. I'm going to do one up on you. Come here, go for number 5. Thanks to the foundation of the great Keith Desmond Knight, St. Aubin Knight. And I'm saying to you, me no dey just to come stand up and look in your face. Me come here because the daughter of this great man, me no want you to take it simple. Stacy Knight come from good stock. You hear what I say? Stacy Knight comes from good stock. Solid, stable, people of integrity, commitment, bright, driven, purposeful, and is going to be a great member of parliament for this constituency. I was taught by a comrade who never had to lift a finger or tell a bad man if he got do nothing wrong. KD served with distinction and never had to bad up anybody to vote for him. We believe in democracy. We are the party that believe in people at the center. And so you have your right to choose and your right to determine who will represent you. I learned it that way, and I've carried it on that way. But the PNP has taught us over the years that democracy is what we must preserve. Participatory democracy is what we must stand for. It is in our DNA. A PNP say people first. And that's why we name the People's National Party. We don't tell nobody to sign undated letters. Say you resign even long before you resign. We don't tell nobody to do that. Because you must have freedom to be able to speak to equal rights and justice on behalf of the people of the country. We don't tell nobody so they can't go to parliament by badding them up and tell them but we will never surrender this country to the People's National Party. Watch it! Watch it! Watch it! Because you will have to surrender to the People's National Party because we are going to do right by the people of Jamaica. You won't have a choice. This is not your choice. You don't determine who surrenders. You don't determine who gets to serve the people. The people determine who will serve them. And the people say they want the People's National Party to form the next government of Jamaica. So we are saddled up. And we hear them run up them mouth and talk all kind of thing about how we present alternative budget and all them things there. We never tell nobody so. We tell people what we are going to do when we form the next government. And what we say is what we mean because the PNP stick by its word. And comrades, let me just say this to you. I have a confidence that Mark Jefferson Golding will make an excellent Prime Minister. I have every confidence that right now he is one of the brightest minds we have in Jamaica today. I have every confidence that he's a man of integrity with clean hands and a pure heart and someone who wants to see the best for Jamaica and Jamaicans. I have every confidence that he will lead a movement that will transform this country from where we are to where we need to be. The People's National Party will form the next government. Anytime them sound the trumpet, call it Andrew, call it Andrew, call it Andrew, call it! Love.
We're ready!
What the world has to offer, girl, what you doing, don't you see? What they have done too bad, but in my good, just
All the strong comrades are right now. How are you? Calm down. Calm down. Tonight, the plan for giving some tablet. I give you like 3 tablets, quick and fast. Quick and fast. And the only people them can get the tablet, if you come right with answer. So me now bother no right that's the way George there. George come close because we now have only for time. So we are give a 3 tablet. The first one me I give a quick. It's an easy question. George come at the front of George. I don't want them put me out. George show them say a real tablet because we don't stay like some people. Anything we promise we are give you. See it there. So see the first tablet there. The first person come here so and tell me who is Stacy Knight's father and which ministry or agency of government did he lead? See the first hand there, see the second hand there. Answer quick and fast. Quick, because the next person may I bring on. Ask them the judge, find out the answer, no man. Because I hear money, you know. Yeah? Alright. Because the next person may I bring on now, we're not going to understand why I start giving the tablet them now. We're not going to understand why I start giving it. Who win? I him win, send him around quick and fast. Remember when PMP promised things we keep. If we say we are going to do something, we do it. We know in entrepreneurs, some people talk. Real tablet. Yeah, congratulations, comrade. Put your hands together for him. At this time, I am always proud to introduce this man on stage. At one point, he was my regional chairman. He has spent so many years transforming Jamaica as we know it. Backside technology, every aspect of the current Jamaica and what them other people they call prosperity are inbuilt. So right now I want you to welcome a powerful comrade who has done stalwart work to build this nation. Comrade! Philip!
Everyone, you know. If you have vote, next beside there. People's National Party, we say, no. Bush Sim Simila, we say, don't it. Philip Palmer, we say, don't it. People's National Party, say, hey, yo. Make a good look, Philip Palmer.
Hold it. I have 5 minutes and I have some important things I want to say. Comrade leader, respect is due. Comrade, next member of parliament for Northeast St. Andrew, my lawyer and my friend, Comrade Knight, Comrade Bobby, comrades all, good evening comrades. I am happy to be in the house. I hear that we have not had a meeting here in 45 years. What a thing. What can go through? You know, I don't know about you, but the best speaker in Parliament for the budget debate was our party leader, Comrade Mark Olin. And Comrade Julian Robinson was a close number 2. Big up both of them. And comrades, this year's budget debate was serious. The party leader has emphasized the need for growth in our economy. One of the reasons why we haven't had growth is because of energy. One of the reasons why things are so hard for you is because of the price of energy. When we left office in 2016, the price of electricity was 26 cents per kilowatt hour. Today, it's over 40, sometimes 50 US cents per kilowatt hour. No wonder things are so hard, and no wonder the economy is not growing. We have put on the table some plans that when you elect us to government, you're going to see the price of electricity falling. One of the plans is to recognize that every time you pay your electricity bill, almost 20% of what you pay is because you're paying for other people. 300,000 households that are stealing electricity. And we have to solve that problem because electricity ought to be a right. There's no way a little picnic can be going to school today and don't have access to electricity. And our plan takes care of electricity theft. We also have to ensure that those of you who can use your roof to establish solar panels, and we want to see all the empty roofs now have solar on them, and we're going to facilitate that. But when you generate your electricity for yourself, we want you to be able to generate enough so you can sell to JPS so that you will have true and real power. Power for the people, we say. But comrades, I want to say something crucial tonight. The JPS license comes to an end in 2027. What did I say? 2027. When we were dealing with cable and wireless, their license was coming to an end in 2038. We still not reached there yet. So we know how to deal with monopoly licenses. The license that JPS has requires that negotiations for a new license should have commenced in 2023. We are 2 years out of that. But more importantly, the license requires that by July of 2025, the government must signal to JPSCO what are its intentions in relation to the license. We are 3 months away, and all I could hear when I asked the question of the minister, that a team from the World Bank is coming to Jamaica to assist the government in negotiations which should have started in 2023. But certainly by July of this year, a strong signal, in fact a clear indication, should be sent to the JPSCO as to what the government intends to do. We are nowhere near that. And you know the effect of not telling JPSCO what the government is going to do means a rolling over of the current license with all the terms. And you know that that is bad for Jamaica if you're going to be able to get changes to the net billing arrangements so that when you sell JPSCO your electricity, they pay you a price that is reasonable. And there are some important changes that we need to insert in a new JPSCO license. For example, there are some consumer protection provisions that we want to put in the license. Right now, if a power surge comes and blow up your refrigerator and your TV, the JPSCO will tell you that the license that they have and the agreement that you have with them exclude liability for certain things. We want to change that. We want to make sure that if there is a power voltage that hits you, that you don't have to be responsible for the damage done to your equipment, that the JPSCO pays because it is their fault why you have these high voltage. So there are many things that we need to do in relation to the license, but this government has sat by doing nothing. And I call on the government tonight to indicate to the country why it has not started these negotiations that were due from 2023. Why they are so tardy. Why have they not energized the Energy Council to get these negotiations going? Comrades, we are here in Northeast St. Andrew. We are looking forward to election day because I tell you, I sense it, that Comrade Knight is going to become the next member of Parliament for Northeast St. Andrew. Comrades going to be here. One love, one heart.
I love it! I love it! Sing with me, comrades! Some leader there, some leader there! Hey! Some leader there! Get down up the road! You wanna win, man, bounce below. Some people talk, I don't know about them, but my leader born here. You see them get up and put some people face pan money when no born here. You see them get up and put name pan road for some people when no born here. My leader born, yeah, we don't know about them. Anyway, me I get emotional. And while I go to talk about my father, don't. So me I go call upon the father now. Let's welcome the father of the next member of parliament. Somebody say Starboy. Starboy. Starboy.
Till the end, you've been my friend, a friend for all eternity, a closest friend to me. Yes, when the road of life seemed rough and rocky, you were there for me. You keep me strong with your blessings and true and mercy. You'll always be my father, my friend, my God, my guide. Forever you will be.
Comrade Chairman. Comrades on the platform, we find them from long time. Heal up, big up, and glad you turn up. I want to hear up, Comrade Una Clark. Let me tell you something. She is part of history. And when I was a young man studying the United States of America, this is one of the names of a black woman that made me feel proud. And all my brethren and my sister and my student, Natalie, and everybody, I'm happy to see. Yo. I'm glad you're here. And you know, only one thing bothers me a bit. You're not here because of me, you're here because of Stacy. But I'm happy about that still. And then, you know, I heard them singing a song, My Leader Born, yeah. I can sing that song about my leader, Comrade Mark Golden, because this man, know when that man born. Because this man knew that man's father, Professor Golding. And I'm going to tell you something else now. When I just leave school and start work, just what we're Ministry of Finances now. You know who was working there as what they call an administrative cadet? My leader mother. So me know him father, me know him mother, me know him birthday, me know him birthplace. And another thing I'm going to tell you about my leader.
our leader. I serve in Parliament with him in the Senate, and him used to call me and say, KD, I'm going to pass this law today. What you think about it? Give me your views. So we work together, and now I am presenting to him my daughter to work with him. So come when I now talk to you long tonight, because guess what? I'm a little mishap with my foot. But it soon get better. So I going to be with you, around you, all along with my daughter. But I want to pick up the team that is working with her and the People's National Party in Northeast. They are committed to victory. And comrade leader, I am telling you, I feel it in my bones. As I say, this team work night and day. Some of them for the first time connected with politics. I said, victory is ours. So hear me now, what I want you to do. I want you to work with the team. I want you to work with the candidate. And I want you to work with me. All right? If we work together, we cannot lose. This is an indication of what is to come. And when I look beyond, I see victory staring back at me. So I want you and the candidate, I want you and the team, I want you and the leader of the Barbican Division and the leader of the Waterloo Division, all of us to be campaigning, contacting every single comrade that we know. Take out your telephone and call your friend, because we want to win Waterloo, we want to win Barbican, and we know we're going to win Parliament, and Stacy Knight will be the member for Northeast St. Andrew. As some say, as so you say, as so we say, and when we say so, as so it goes. Alright, I see victory, we have been in dealer. I see victory. I've been tired of seeing the face. But now, can't get to no Johnny race. And when them turn about the yard, I'm making turn about the yard. Alright, look round you. Look round you. Look how we look like national conference. In a red square. Look how a red square look like national conference. Hold on. Life is one big road. Signing both sides. I'm gonna live on my life. For years of the city. Until blood, blood.
come from?
You could have come from Rima, or you come from jungle. Could have come from firehouse, or you come from tower.
One blood.
One blood.
Calm down. Calm down. The night I cut short. But I have to big up to leaders within this region who are here. And I'm going to tell you, them more, they're upon a disciplinary role. We tell them, so we are going to win the seat. So them come to look themselves to make sure so we are going to win it. So I want you to shout to the mayor. His worship and just we have a stand up boss. Let them talk to you. Tell him, say, win. What I think you believe what? Alright, calm down. The dean of discipline for the region, the chairman for the region is also here. And we don't know if he knows so we are going to win. Because sometimes him call constituency name and no call a one year. So we want to invite Dennis Gall to come front and center. Invite regional chairman, councillor Dennis Garden to the front of the stage. I want you to tell him, say, so, him not normally call with name, so we have to check him now. Call with name and see. Check. Comrade chairman, comrade leader, and no doubt the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, comrade Mark Jefferson Golden. Comrade, I am not here to stay long, but I want to make a pronouncement. Leadership is about identifying talent. And when I recruited comrade Stacy Knight, it was undoubtable one of my best moves. But it didn't stop there. As a region, I recruited comrade Ethne Miller. Come Ethne. We're talking about quality, we're talking about pedigree. We have comrade Patricia Duncan Sutherland, pedigree. We have comrade Joan Gordon Webley, pedigree. Come Steve. So, the message tonight, comrade leader, is that I'm giving you 4 quality female candidates. So, comrade, leadership is about how you pick your team, and Region 3 is proud to present quality ladies to represent you. So Otis, let me say this. I never selected Stacy to lose. All right, boss. So I can say to North East St. Andrew, I am considering you to send Stacy Knight beside me and Comrade Golden and others going up Duke Street. That's what I'm talking about. Comrades, I'm so pleased. For 45 years, nothing like this in Northeast. And I want to big up Comrade Stacy Knight and her team. Well done. In closing, comrades, I also want to say thanks to those comrades who held this constituency together. We want to appreciate your service, and we are asking you to continue to give service to the People's National Party. Northeast, you ready? Northeast. So we tick Northeast. God bless you. Northeast, come on. We're people Northeast. a come. Follow me. What the things I'm done. What the things I'm done. What the things I'm done. Calm down. Calm down. Oh no no. Who are Cdt. Knight? Best friend PMP. Who do you know? So welcome, Comrade John Jr. Judy. Better people have seen him, man.
Under 17, now you're over 16. Under 17, now you're over 16.
I bet you rock and play.
Because you're one general in the yard.
Well, you see PMP business, a family business, you know. A real friendships and relationships, you know. I'm glad to see you, boss. So, we're about to welcome the Queen herself. She tell me she planned to give away a tablet too, but we soon reach that. At this time, I'd like to welcome two young people who know her well. Chad Dillon and Zoe Chang. Who want to come say something about the lady who is about to be member of Parliament.
So, Comrade Chairman,
Comrade Leader,
all other distinguished comrades of the platform,
Comrade Candidate Stacy Knight,
comrades of Northeast St. Andrew, all other comrades and friends, tonight, we have the privilege of welcoming a woman of faith, of service, and of purpose, Comrade Stacy Knight. She's not just stepping forward in politics, but she's walking boldly in God's calling, with justice in her heart and service in her soul.
From an early age, Stacy was nurtured in excellence. She attended Immaculate Conception High and Wolmer's High School for girls. Then pursued higher learning with the same drive that defines her today. She earned a bachelor's degree in computer studies from the University of the West Indies, a master's in educational psychology from McGill University, and later a law degree from the University of London and a legal practicing certificate from the Norman Manley Law School.
But academic success was just the beginning, because Stacy's true passion is people. For over 25 years, she has been a pillar of faith, a voice for the voiceless. Through her work in the Religious Liberty Department and Children's Ministry, she has fought for spiritual empowerment, ensuring that all can live their faith boldly and without fear.
As a senior associate at Knight Jr. and Samuels, she has the law as a tool for justice and change, standing up for those who need an advocate. Her expertise in personal law, personal injury, family law, land law, and data protection isn't just about legal victories. It's about restoring lives and protecting futures.
Her love for education and mentorship has shaped young minds and future leaders, whether in the courtroom, the classroom, or the community. Stacy teaches, uplifts, and inspires, because she knows that true leadership is about service.
But at the heart of it all is family. Her greatest joy is being a mother to Daniel and Salome, raising them with the same faith, strength, and values that guide her every step. Stacy walks by faith and presses onward, inspired by the words of her favorite hymn, Higher Ground. I'm pressing on the upward way. New heights I'm gaining every day.
Her foundation of service is no surprise. She comes from a legacy
of public service and nation building. The daughter of Dr. Pauline and K.D. Knight. Stacy grew up understanding that leadership is about uplifting others. And now she's pressing forward once more as one of 21 female candidates put up by the People's National Party for the upcoming election. Standing to represent you, St. Andrew Northeastern, Stacy is answering the call to service on a greater scale. So tonight, let us raise our hands
and lift our hands
for a woman of faith, a champion for justice, and a true service leader. Comrade Stacy Knight.
It's my time, it's my place, it's my destiny. I love my life. Can't take away what was meant for me. We ready to walk for you, can we run for you? No man never sees we got plan for you, yeah. The best is yet to come. If I believe I can, no holding back, no giving. 'Cause I know I was lost, I was going to win.
Give me another chance, baby. Give me another chance, girl. Another try, just one more night. Give me just one more night, girl. One more night. 'Cause I believe that I can.
Comrade leader Mark Jefferson Golding, Chairman for Life, Uncle Bobby, Life member of the People's National Party, John Jr., Uncle John, another life member of the People's National Party, my daddy, Star Boy, K.D. Knight. Other life members of the party, officers of the People's National Party, members of Parliament, members of the Senate, my colleague candidates, the executive members and workers of Northeastern St. Andrew. Comrades, supporters, comrades and friends, supporters, one and all, good evening. I want to start out right. And so I'm going to say, first of all, thanks to God for giving me the ability and the desire to serve the people of Jamaica. Before I took on this task to be the representative for this constituency, I thought about it long and hard. I agonized. And when I finally made up my mind, I knew that I was making the right decision. Right? Because I am purpose-driven. Right? Because what I'm doing is not for me. It is for the benefit of my fellow Jamaicans. It's right because because I am committed to serving with integrity, with passion, and with purpose. I want to say a little bit about integrity. With my right hand over my heart, I pledge that I will uphold my integrity at all times. I will file my statutory declarations on time. I will serve you because it is you who are going to elect me to Parliament. When we talk about right with Knight, as you have heard, it's coming from a legacy. Not just from my father, but from his father, his mother, from all our family. And there's no way I could let down the Knight name. So may I tell you straight, no corruption thing over here, none at all. I am also proud to be a member of this crop of PNP candidates led by Mark Jefferson Golding. I am proud to be a member of this slate of 63 candidates, of which 21 candidates are women. Let me say that again, 21 candidates are women. And that's a record. I am proud to be walking in the footsteps of trailblazing women. Women like Dr. Una Clark, who was the first Caribbean woman to be elected to the New York City legislature. Women like Beverly Anderson Manley Duncan. Former First Lady of Jamaica and former President of the People's National Party's Women's Movement. And I cannot leave out my mother, who was also a trailblazing woman in Jamaica, Dr. Pauline Knight. She served as the Acting Director General. She rose through the ranks, and her highest position was the Acting Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica. I am proud to tell you that my trailblazing mother was a member of the team who pioneered, who created the PATH program. Walking in the footsteps of these amazing women is no easy feat. And we still have work to do as women. Because in spite of equal pay for women, and in spite of all the achievements of the 70s that sought to bring equality of the genders, today, women are still earning only 81 cents to every dollar that a man earns. Women, that wage gender gap is something that we need to close. That is something it's not right. And we're gonna fix it. Many things we're going to do. I won't give you a long speech tonight, but I'll tell you there are many things we're going to do to bring women in line with our men in terms of earning. Incentives that will bring women's earnings up to par. But although we're bringing the women up to par, can't leave out the man them. Can't leave out the man them. We want to establish more positive role models and guidance for our men. Men are told that they need to be the leaders, the earners, the breadwinners. But sometimes our system fails them in preparing them to be just that. And then we look down on them and tell them, say them a mama man and all them kind of thing there. And the worst thing you can do to a Jamaican man is for dissing. I'm never going to be caught dissing a man. My aim is to uplift, to help our men to step into their rightful place as the leaders that they want to be and that they can be. Love you too, love you too, love you too. There are many issues of national concern. And as this, I have a whole heap of paper up here that I could be reading from, but I'm not going to read all of it. Some of the issues that I want to highlight is our underperforming schools. The fact that many children are leaving school without being able to read and write and function. You know it, because some of your children are struggling in schools. That's not right. And we want to make it right. Also, in education, I want to talk about the fact that we don't have a proper special education system. I don't know where is Miss Joyce, but Miss Joyce have a grandson. I know she's here somewhere, Joyce. I know you're here. Miss Joyce have a grandson. There she is. Who is having difficulty in school because he has special needs and challenges that need to be addressed. And go one school and them say him can't stay at that school. And then him she try at that school and him can't go to the next school. She try a next school and she can't afford the next school. And that's not right. So we need to fix that. When it comes to training, our young people are leaving schools and even leaving universities. Can't get a good job. We need to be training our people for employment that actually exists. We need to be planning so that we decide how many lawyers we want to train, how many teachers we want to train, how many doctors, how many computer scientists, how many barbers, how many hairdressers, so that we are filling roles that are actually available. It don't make sense you go study and you can't get a job. That's not right. When it comes to health care, my good friend, Comrade Alfred Dawes already told us, and we know, you go to the clinic, you go to the hospital, you see that our healthcare system in Jamaica is a failure. That's not right. So we have to fix it. One of my plans for fixing healthcare in this constituency is to increase the number of clinics by having mobile clinics. So when a person can't come to the clinic can go to you. Comrade, we have a justice system that, though it has improved somewhat, it's not delivering justice swiftly enough. And we find that we have minister of injustice, who instead of championing the cause of justice, is telling people that them don't need to obey the law and them don't need to do what the Integrity Commission tell members of parliament to do. Comrades, that's not right. We have to fix it. In this constituency, like many others, and here I want to pause to recognize my neighbor, Comrade Christopher Henry, attorney at law as well. In his constituency, like mine, and in several constituencies, we have a problem with unsustainable development. What is unsustainable about the development is that although we know that we need to increase the housing stock, and we know that where land is scarce, we need to grow upwards, what we're finding is that there's too much conflict between the aging residents who are living now beside high-rises that crowd them. I support development and I support developers, but we need to do development in a way that has more open dialogue, conversations, where people can consent and can know that they can live out their lives in homes that they have invested in the neighborhoods that they have invested in, so that development can take place sustainably. Comrades, when I become your member of parliament, I'm going to say it again. When I become your member of parliament, you can count on me serving with integrity, accountability, transparency. You can count on having regular updates. We're going to have newsletters. You can reach me online by email. You can reach me on Instagram. You can reach me on TikTok. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Twitter X. You can call me upon my phone. You can WhatsApp me. And I'm not just talking some people. Me attack everybody. Because you have some member of parliament where certain people can call them when pothole in front of them gate. But the rest of people them tell them say, I know uno make we win, uptown make them win. I know you know who I'm talking about. And I want you to tell them, maybe I know uno make them win, but uno are gonna make them lose. It is time for people to be respected. It is time for representatives to serve with love, with respect and passion. I am your candidate for Northeastern St. Andrew. And when the election is called, I am asking you to put X squarely beside the head, beside Stacy Knight. Before we get there, we have a whole heap of work to do. A whole heap of work to do. First thing we need to do, who not enumerate yet, need to go enumerate. And you have one more day. You hear them say me a one more night? Well, enumeration, you have one more day. Tomorrow, the 31st of March, is the final day to get on the next voters list, which comes out in May. If you live in this constituency of St. Andrew Northeastern, and for those who don't know, St. Andrew Northeastern goes from Peters Rock to the halfway tree clock. We're talking communities like Juba Spring. Juba Spring, man, them there? We're talking communities like Cashew Ridge. We're talking communities like Jacks Hill, Top Jacks Hill, Bottom Jacks Hill, Cherry Gardens, Grahamites, Russellites, Castleites, Beway, East Kings House, Sandy Park, Morgan Lane, Grand Spain, Waterloo, Retreat, Surbiton, Sandhurst. Any more money? Birdsucker Lane.
Someone crazy. Real talk never forget the gun plan or where we come from. Real talk never worry.
Love you too, baby girl. Love you too. I love all of you. So after you enumerate, the next thing is we're moving through the ropes. After you enumerate, the next thing is we need to get our workers. All of the workers for Northeast St. Andrew, big up yourself, blow on the vuvuzela, wave on the flag. Alright, you see how we enough? But guess what? We're still not enough. So we need some more workers. So if you are motivated tonight to join the worker crew for Northeast St. Andrew, come sign up with me tomorrow. Or sign up with Comrade Barnaby, Comrade Smichael, or any Northeast St. Andrew executive or worker. Tell we say we want to join the team. So you want to be on the winning team. Comrades, all of us just really need to do what is right. I promise to do what is right, and I ask you to do the same. So when the election is finally called, we don't know when, but whenever it is, when the election is called, I am asking you to vote for Stacy Knight because it is right with Knight. Thank you. Tonight to introduce my comrade, my friend, my leader, my boss, Comrade Mark Jefferson Goldie. Mark Golding is no ordinary man. He is a man of integrity. He's a brilliant man. The man bright. He's a lawyer, he's a banker, him a whole heap of things. Him a politician. And Sister Sandra tells me that he is a wonderful and loving husband and father. I am proud that all of you came out to help me to welcome my leader to my constituency. Load him up, and welcome to the podium, Comrade Mark Jefferson.
Everybody we are put the right hand. Put up the feet. Martin G with that nose and another than like me. See them all I put up that thing that's like me. Holding up, cut out the two because I love me now we are. And none of them care. All Martin G with that nose and another than like me. So me like a son of a left face with all we like it. Let them know how we buy with things and we no listen. Yo Marcus. And you only. Where I'm some long time I get you down. Man goes where I reach now, them want see my line down when we them can't tie down. I know we will not fear.
Comrade Chairman of the meeting, the dynamic, energetic Comrade Otis Hamilton. All of the comrades on the platform, MPs, senators, candidates, and of course our distinguished former parliamentarians, started with the original star boy, Field Marshal No Partial, Stacy Knight, Chairman for Life, Bobby Pickersgill, the great John Jr., Sister Una Clark, my neighbor, pick up yourself, and of course Comrade Beverly Anderson Manley Duncan, stalwart, leader, pioneer in the People's National Party Women's Movement. Comrade Stacy, I live around there, so, and I vote around there, so, right here in Northeast, St. Andrew. And I'm looking forward to putting my X beside your name, squarely beside the head, because it will be the first time that I'm electing the Member of Parliament in this constituency for the People's National Party. Comrades, what a wonderful evening. I've never seen anything like this in Barbican Square. PNP River come down bank to bank. Orange everywhere I look. From here to there and round so. I can tell that the other side must be quaking in their boots, because they will not believe what has happened here tonight. And this is not a busting crowd either. These are the comrades who have come from all over, from Peter's Rock to the half of 3 o'clock. Yeah, man. And we're looking forward to great things out of Northeast St. Andrew. Comrades, when I spoke in the budget debate the other day, I highlighted a vision for the next administration under the People's National Party. I was building on the presentation made by our very capable spokesperson for finance, MP Julian Robinson. And we outlined where we are going when we form government after the next general election. And I made the point that Jamaica needs a government that is built on a strong ethical foundation, because it's time for the people to have trust and confidence in their leaders in government. And they have had 9 years of government where their leaders cannot be trusted, where corruption, nepotism and cronyism has been the order of the day, where from the Prime Minister down there are issues of integrity. Integrity Commission declarations can't certify 8 of them under investigation for illicit enrichment. None of them have signed the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct for Leadership. All of the PNP representatives have signed the Leadership Code of Conduct, beginning with me. So we take this thing, ethical leadership, we take this thing very seriously. And that is why when Stacy began her presentation tonight and put God in the center of what she's seeking to achieve here in this constituency, I know she's on the right track. And we want to do the very same thing for Jamaica as a whole, because Jamaica needs upliftment and righteousness to move forward and develop in the right way. Comrades and friends, we outlined a great vision for education, for tackling the real issues affecting this country in education. The primary school and early childhood underperformance, which needs to be fixed. With how we're going to deal with the Student Loan Bureau to give our students a better deal. And also how we're going to put a meal for every needed student every day in school. And we're going to help the rural children get a subsidy for those who need it because they can't go to school 5 days a week because they can't afford the cost of transportation and the cost of lunch money. The People's National Party is looking to tackle the real issues that challenge the lives of our people. And you know, I mentioned ethics, and we had a victory in court just 2 or 3 days ago. Don't care how them want to spin it. They brought this piece of legislation to Parliament. They didn't consult with the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, but they put in place legislation to establish a new parish in Portmore, which was going to reconfigure the electoral boundaries in several constituencies and divisions and polling divisions. It was a gerrymandering exercise designed to give them a better chance because they know the beating they are going to get in Portmore when the election comes. Them have to get a beating. And the Electoral Commission of Jamaica had written to them through the Parliament to express concerns about the constitutionality of the approach they were taking to this matter of Portmore as a parish. Our chairperson, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, wrote to them, to the minister, who was the one who piloted the legislation through the House of Representatives, the Minister of Local Government, and called on him to be lucidly and categorically clear that he was not going to proceed with the matter any further because the issue of the constituency boundaries couldn't be dealt with in that way. When we spoke in Parliament on the matter, we said this is a gerrymandering exercise. They were reconfiguring the boundaries without the proper process having been followed either under the Constitution or the established convention since 1980 for dealing with these sensitive matters. And those conventions have been why we have managed to rid Jamaica of the scourge of political violence, and they were playing with fire by not pursuing this whole matter in accordance with those conventions. They said, oh, it's nothing to do with constituency boundaries. Nothing to do with that. Anyway, we took them to court, to the Constitutional Court. And the court, first of all, issued an injunction till the matter was heard. And then when the matter was heard, required them to give an unconditional undertaking that they would not bring that law into force until the Constitution's requirements in relation to the setting and reconfiguring of electoral boundaries had been fully complied with. And that is a great victory for the rule of law. That is a great victory for the Constitution. And that is a great victory for Jamaica because of the diligence and the seriousness of purpose of the People's National Party. And I want to big up our legal team. our erudite legal team who work hard to prepare for that matter. And it's not done yet because the matter is still in court, because the whole issue of the constitutionality of that legislation is going to be tested when the matter is finally heard. But in the meantime, the undertaking is in place. Jamaica is safe. No gerrymandering business around here. We none of that. And comrades, we spoke about the housing situation in the country. We spoke about the heavy demand for affordable housing that has not been met by this government. The Prime Minister goes around the place cutting ribbons for one house when we need tens of thousands of houses to be built for the people of Jamaica, because the housing boom, the construction boom hasn't reached the people on the ground who need housing. And we're going to deal with informal settlements. We're going to complete the infrastructure and the titling for all of the Operation Pride schemes that we started and those which remain unfinished, and all the informal settlements that haven't been addressed yet. And we're going to build 50,000 affordable houses. And we're going to price it in a way that is affordable, because we're not going to charge the people for the land value in the house. And for those people, youngsters, who can't buy a house because they can't afford a deposit, if you're 35 or under and you've been contributing to the housing trust for just 2 years or more, we are establishing a $1 billion fund within the housing trust, so you can get a grant of $500,000 to cover your deposit so you can buy a house. Mighty Diamond sign. Oh, you mean? Play by your king with love is all I bring. Oh, you mean? PNP are going them. Yeah, man. And here, Marcus Garvey prophesied, say, and we're going to teach Marcus Garvey's philosophy in the schools of this country on an age-appropriate business, so we can uplift the consciousness and the confidence of our children, and them can love themselves and love each other and know that they are great, because we need them to have the right mentality to build the country. But going back to the housing, we know about the situation where enough of us, we don't have formalized employment. We do a thing, a little hustling here, we do a little selling, we run party, you know, the round robin, or we do whatever it may be, but we don't have a pay slip to establish proof of income, so we don't qualify for a mortgage. So we come up with the rent-to-own scheme, where you can go into the house built by the housing trust as a tenant, and you're going to be paying rent at the level of the mortgage payment. And once you've met your payments on a regular basis for a reasonable period of time, you prove that you can afford the mortgage. You don't need a pay slip again. Bam, you can wrap it up in a mortgage, become the owner of the house, and move forward with your life as a homeowner in this country. Diamonds forever. And the rent to own has another dimension, because enough of us can't afford to buy a house because we can't afford the deposit. But we're paying rent, and we're going to be renting for the rest of our lives unless the PNP comes into office and bring in the rent to own scheme. And what we're saying is, you can rent the house from the National Housing Trust, one of the houses that they build or finance. And we'll put an account there for you, and a portion of the rent will go into that account towards your deposit. And once you reach the deposit level, bam, you become an owner. You draw down on the mortgage, and you're no longer a tenant. Now you're an owner, building for the future. PNP, We are the ones bringing change in this country. And comrades, we all have a scheme for the first in family, because we know the antidote to poverty is education. And we know that disproportionately, children who come from families where there's never been anyone who has been to tertiary education, to university, they have a less of a chance of going to university. So we come up with the first in family scholarship. So if you go to a university, you matriculate and qualify and get in, and you're the first in your family to have ever been to university, the PNP government will give you a scholarship, and you will not have to find the money for your university education, because we believe in uplifting the people through education. Everything I try to do seems to be wrong. It seems I have done something wrong, but I'm trying to keep it down. God bless no one curse. Thank God I'm not the worst. It must come one day. Better must come, yeah. Delroy Wilson forever. So, comrades and friends, the next election is not just about the ray-ray. It's not just about the niceness of the gatherings and the nice orange shirt and paraphernalia that we wear and look pretty. It is about bringing change to Jamaica. It is about bringing a better future for our people, for generations to come, and for this generation. It's for bringing a government of integrity, left by somebody committed to running government in a clean way, where the resources of the state, which are meant to be used for the people and for the people only, will only be used for the benefit of the people, and not for friend and company, and not to enrich ourselves. We're not in on that. So comrades of Northeast St. Andrew, of which I am one, because I have to live, and I have to vote. Yeah, man. Although South St. Andrew, I'm my place still, but you don't know. We're all around. Because I Eastern St. Andrew, I come from originally too. And that's where Lady Sandra come from too. But people, we have to just do what we have to do. I'm very impressed with what the team has been doing, Stacy and her team. And I love to see the kind of audience we have here. We have all kind of faces in the crowd tonight. We have from uptown, we have from around town, we are from downtown, we are from every town. And that is why we are the People's National Party. Because we are a national movement, an alliance of all Jamaicans who are well thinking and want to see the country develop in the right way, but with a special emphasis on the people who need the help of the state, the little upliftment, and that is what the PNP is all about. So comrades, put your shoulders to the wheel. Let us live in love and unity and work hard for the victory. It is possible. It is more than possible. It is ordained. I can feel the vibes, I can feel the energy. You have a wonderful candidate in Stacy Knight, a daughter of the soil, a brilliant young lady, a lawyer. She has a degree in computer science, she has a degree in this and a degree in that, but she is here to serve you and to serve you in your interests. And her opponent, what can I say? His best days are way, way behind him. He is not the future, he is the past. She is the present, she is the future. Give her a chance, bring her home, because I want her in Garden House with me when we form government after the next election. So comrades and friends, it is with a great sense of pride and honor and humility that I present to you your candidate for this constituency of St. Andrew North Eastern in the next general election. I give to you Stacy Knight. It is right with Knight.
find me there.
Yes, comrades, history is in the making. You have a bonus, beautiful, intelligent, and wonderful lady. Put herself forward to represent you. We have 21 female candidates because we know the power of women. Because we come from Portia Simpson Miller stable. Big up Sister P. Round the road, up the road. Big up Sister P every time. So comrades, I wrap up by saying, the word is always love. Power to the people, I say. Power to Northeast St. Andrew. Power to Jamaica. Power to the people. One love, comrades. God bless you all. Victory, victory, victory. That is in the stars, and that is what God wants for us. And we will deliver. One love, comrades. God bless you all.
Make some noise for the comrade leader and your next prime minister. We're not going to waste no time because we have some tablet figure where we have 2 of our artists friends that are going to make some noise. So be upstanding as we sing the anthem of this great People's National Party. Hold on. John Judah is here. As usual, big up. Dr. Rob, big up yourself. So right after this, we're going to be doing something. Don't worry.
The trumpet has sounded, my country, my Lord. So awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the goal is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to thee, loyal and faithful, true to thee. Oh, the toil will be heavy and the campaign long. The road will be dreary, the body is strong. Our progress may falter and energies wane, but steadfast in spirit, our goal will be gained. Land of my birth, I pledge to thee, loyal and faithful to thee. In steadfast assurance that God will look down and give us His blessing of efforts to crown. Let all be united to build by His grace a nobler Jamaica, a loftier race. Land of my birth, I pledge to thee, loyal and faithful.
I love your comrades. The lovely comrade Knight and comrade leader said them I'll give away two more tablets of give away. Quick and fast. So, yes man. So firstly, the first person who write here, so tell me the answer, so I go with it. The first person who can tell me what is the name of the constituency and the name of 2 councillor candidates from this constituency. With it. No, you have to tell him. Tell him quick, talk quick. Hold up, right, I said must start. Quick. What the next one? Jennifer Clark, West Ham Pride, the son, who else? Barnaby, come collect your one. Come collect your one from Comrade Knight. Hold on, quick and fast. The next person, the next question is, which constituency does Mark Golden come from and voting? Which one him voting and which one him come from? Any attack, what I mean? So what the first winner then? So we're going to be asking, we comrades them for, what the first winner there? All right, so the first winner, hand it over. Congrats, a real tablet with a real case. Big up yourself. You decide the winner yet, boss, or you are key trader? All of this is courtesy of EduTech Aid Limited. Them just decide for QA. Roxanne, me say Roxanne win. Roxanne, come collect quickly. Turn off the other man. Remember, EduTech Aid Limited, thank you very much for these tablets. I want to clear up the stage a little bit because we have two of our friends that we have to perform. Where the next microphone there? All right, my turn. All right, to sound good. So which two artists that we are going to represent?
Stacy Knight is like the roots and the stems.